In a significant move that has sparked widespread concern, Donald Trump's administration has revoked deportation protection for more than 3 lakh Venezuelans living in the United States. Now, this decision adds more uncertainty for many Venezuelan migrants who were already affected by previous order revoking an extension of temporary protected status. We also call it TPS, and that is a program designed to protect people fleeing crisis situation in their home countries. First of all, let me tell you what exactly is TPS and why does it matters. Temporary Protected Status or TPS is a US government program that allows migrants from countries facing wars, natural disaster and political instability to live and work legally in the US. However, TPS does not grant permanent residency or a direct path to citizenship. Many Venezuelans were granted TPS under President Biden's administration as a way to escape the economic collapse and political turmoil under President Nicolas Maduro's rule. Now, with Trump reversing these protections, thousands face the possibility of deportation within just 60 days. Now, let me tell you who is exactly affected by this decision. Well, this latest order primarily affects more than 3 lakh Venezuelans who were granted TPS in 2023, cutting short the protection they had expected to last until at least April. With new order, these individuals have only 60 days before they risk deportation. Additionally, another 250,000 Venezuelans who received TPS in 2021 still have protection until September, but their future is still uncertain as well. If further restrictions are introduced, as many as 6 lakh Venezuelans could face deportation from the United States. But you know why Trump made this decision? Let me help you with the answer. Trump has always been critical of TPS. During his first term too, he attempted to end protection for migrants from El Salvador and Haiti, arguing that the program was being used as a loophole to keep immigrants in the United States permanently. His administration has justified this latest move by claiming that the Venezuelan government have been sending criminals to the US. However, let me tell you that the data from the Department of Homeland Security contradicts this particular claim, stating that only 600 out of 6 lakh Venezuelans with the TPS may have ties to the criminal gang. That's a very tiny fraction of the total population that is affected. But as we say, according to Newton's law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Then, the decision has triggered outrage and anxiety among Venezuelan migrants, many of whom see TPS as their only lifeline in the US. Venezuelan news outlets describe the move as having fallen like an atomic bomb over the migrant community, reflecting the fear and frustration that has gripped Venezuelans living in the US. Interestingly, many of these people, Venezuelan Americans we are talking about, had supported Trump in 2024 election, particularly in Florida, because of his strong opposition to Nicolas Maduro's government. However, now that they are directly affected by his policies, many of them are feeling betrayed. There is a journalist who has pointed out that Trump's crackdown on Venezuelans could actually backfire politically, specifically in Florida, where the Venezuelan community is large and politically active. Now, with 3 lakh Venezuelans losing their deportation protection immediately and another 250,000 at risk later this year, the future for Venezuelan migrants in the United States remain uncertain. If Trump continues to tighten immigration policy, deportation could significantly increase. Many of these people will be forced to seek alternative legal pathway to stay in the country, while others may have to prepare for the worst case scenario, being forced to return to Venezuela. Additionally, this decision is likely to spark legal challenges and political backlash. The Venezuelan American community, particularly in Florida, may shift their support away from Trump, given how his policies are now directly affecting their families and their future. So here's a final thought. Trump's decision to revoke TPS protection is one of the biggest immigration crackdown in recent years. It sends a strong signal about his administration's hardline stance on immigration policy and suggests that more restrictions could be on the way. For Venezuelans in the US, the uncertainty is overwhelming and the coming months will be critical in determining their future. With 6 lakh people at risk, the political and humanitarian consequences of this decision will be closely watched in both the United States and Venezuela.